He's the Black Captain America. Let's get into the video and find out who is Isaiah Bradley. Isaiah Bradley was born and raised in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. He would grow up to marry his sweetheart, Faith Shabazz. After the attack on Pearl Harbor, Isaiah enlisted in the military. He would leave his pregnant wife to be stationed at Camp Cathcart in Mississippi in an all-black unit. His unit would secretly become test subjects for Project Super Soldier, the follow-up to Project Rebirth, which had created Captain America. After a group of about 300 men, which included Isaiah Bradley, were chosen as test subjects, the remaining black soldiers that weren't chosen were all massacred to make sure what was going on was kept a secret. The test subjects were forced to undergo horrendous testing under the purview of Dr. Wilfred Nagel. Out of the roughly 300 men who were forced to undergo the testing, Isaiah Bradley and 6 others survived. Although they had survived the testing, their loved ones were informed that they had died in an explosion. The 7 survivors were shipped off to Europe for their first mission. On the way to Europe, one of the 7 would die from side effects of the unstable super soldier serum. The 6 remaining super soldiers were sent on a mission to intercept medical supplies to disrupt the Nazi super soldier program. The mission was a success, but they lost 3 more black super soldiers. The Allied forces had received intel that the Nazis were getting close to creating their own super soldiers, and they were determined to not let that happen. They put together a plan to send in Steve Rogers, Captain America, supported by Canfield, Evans, and Bradley, the 3 remaining black super soldiers, to destroy the camp where the Nazi super soldier testing was being conducted. Unfortunately, Captain America was delayed by a monsoon in the Pacific Theater. As they sat around waiting for Captain America to arrive, a racist white officer took the opportunity to tauntingly inform Canfield that his father was unable to bear hearing that his son had died and killed Canfield's mother and then killed himself. Canfield went into an uncontrollable rage and went after the white officer. Bradley and Evans tried to stop him, but Bradley was tossed away and Canfield killed Evans for trying to stop him. Canfield was then shot and killed by the officer, leaving Bradley as the sole remaining survivor of Project Super Soldier. With Steve Rogers still being delayed and time being of the essence, they decided to send Isaiah Bradley in solo on a suicide mission. Before departing for the mission, he stole a Captain America costume and equipped himself with a shield. Isaiah was successful in destroying the main facility of the camp, but was captured as he was trying to free prisoners. He was then shipped out to be studied by German scientists. But the convoy was attacked by German freedom fighters who took in Isaiah and hid him until they were able to smuggle him to the Belgian underground, who then got Isaiah back to the Allied forces. But instead of being celebrated as a hero, he was court-martialed for stealing the Captain America costume and sentenced to life in prison. He would serve the next 17 years in solitary confinement at Fort Leavenworth. His mind and body began to deteriorate as a side effect of the unstable super soldier serum. His persistent wife spent years trying to get the army to appeal his case. After that approach was unsuccessful, she began writing President Eisenhower a letter every month for the next 3 years. Finally, on the day of President Kennedy's inauguration, Eisenhower issued Isaiah Bradley a full pardon. The family was sworn to secrecy, but the legend of the Black Captain America spread throughout the black community. Isaiah was visited by black icons like Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Nelson Mandela, and more. His health slowly returned, but his mental state did not, leaving Isaiah mentally a child. Outside of the black community, his story remained a secret. Eventually, Steve Rogers, Captain America, would discover that story and go to visit Isaiah to pay his respects. Captain America had been able to recover the suit Isaiah had worn on his mission and returned it to him during that visit. Isaiah was later a guest at the wedding of the Black Panther and Storm. Isaiah's bloodline would go on to produce 2 more heroes in the Marvel Universe. His son, Josiah X, and his grandson, the Patriot, who became a founding member of the Young Avengers. Due to the super soldier serum, Isaiah Bradley has peak human abilities. He can lift up to 1,000 pounds, can run up to 30 miles an hour, and has enhanced stamina, durability, and senses. The serum also greatly slowed his aging process. Well, that's the origin of Isaiah Bradley, the Black Captain America. As always, I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to stop by the channel and check out this video. Please smash that like button and drop a comment down below. It really helps out the channel. Well, that does it for today's video. We'll see you again real soon, but until then, I'm out. Peace.